Welcome back to Fetcham Grove and the FA Trophy first qualifying round between Ware and Leatherhead. The home side in front, 2-0 at the break. Ware with plenty of work to do. The goals coming in the first and the 19th minute. It's Leatherhead who get us underway, kicking from left to right in the all-green strip against the Ware side in familiar blue and white striped shirts and blue shorts. Leatherhead, who had best of the chances in the first half, Ware did have their opportunities. Oluwakunsanya probably missed the best after 7 minutes when he was clean through and he thumped the ball straight at the goalkeeper. Dave Kendall had a couple of headers as well that went wide from Tom Bruno corners. But Ware's run of just one defeat in 18 games looks in real danger here. I'll take you through the two-team lineups when we get a convenient break in play. But at the moment, the ball on that far side of the field. A commentary position here, very low down in the old stand, which runs alongside most of the ground here. Very historic old football ground. As Dan Rumans has got some defending to do. And the goalkeeper, Rhys Grundy, comes out and collects it to the left of his penalty area. Rhys Grundy, who was signed on Thursday, we understand, former St Margaret's pre-keeper. Callum Kitchker's troublesome knee keeping him out, and Ethan Gannon not risks in this one. He's got FA Youth Cup action, of course, on Tuesday night when Ware's youth team go to MA Dons. Ball on that far side of the field. Joe Tennant, the left back, lobs it forward towards Tommy Wood. There has been a substitution at a half time. It's been Leatherhead with Simon Mensah going off and Finlay McNabb coming on as Lee Rose thumps the ball clear far side of the field for a throw to the home side. It's going to be taken by the number 3, Joe Tennant, the left fullback for Nicky Ball's team. Tammers is their nickname. Probably not surprising with Leatherhead. Of course, they've done well in this competition before. They reached the final way back in 1978 when they were beaten 3-1 at Wembley by Altrincham. Got a throw on that far side. Haven't done so well recently, though. Gone out of this stage in 3 of the last 4 seasons. Still Leatherhead in possession on that far side of the field. Dave Kendall gets a foot in. And Joshua, in fact, Ahmed Abdullah on that far side as it cannons the ball away from Finlay McNabb, the substitute, and he goes out for a throw-in. Gives me a time to take you through the Ware lineup. Rhys Grundy, maybe an unfamiliar name for you, signed in midweek in goal. It's a back 3 of Lewis Rose, Dave Kendall and Dan Rumans. 2 wing-backs, Joshua Williams on the right and Ala Uji on the left-hand side. A little bit defending for Ware to do there, which they do well. A trio in midfield, Ahmed Abdullah, Tom Bruno and Lee Rose. And then Liam Hope in support of Oluwakunsanya up front as Uji once again gives the ball away, and Eddie Desane coming back in the opposite direction for Leatherhead. Finds the very dangerous Olatade, but he's given the ball away to Tom Bruno, who's done a good job for Ware. Finds Ahmed Abdullah just inside the centre circle on this near side. Ala Uji will pick the ball up once again, coming forward with the bright orange boots. Plays it on his left. Oluwakunsanya has pulled over on this side. Still looking for a little bit of movement inside that box. Ala goes down. The referee says nothing doing. And Finlay McNabb brings the ball away for Leatherhead. He's given it away to Lewis Rose, who then overruns it. Scrappy passage of play there. And Leatherhead will get the ball back. Well, Olatade on this near side of the field puts it back in for Travis Gregory, who fires the shot in, and another good save coming in from Rhys Grundy. Not too sure it was going in, but the goalkeeper didn't have time to make his mind up on that one. Flung himself to the right-hand side, turned it around the post. Second decent save from the goalkeeper from a long-range shot. Had one from Charlie Esther Cook in the first half. And also pulled off a remarkable double save towards the end of that first half. And it looked like Leatherhead must have a third. But he managed to block the ball twice on his own goal line. Corner's going to come in from that far side then. Still got driving rain here. bounces off the top of the head of Will Salmon, goes back out to the corner taker Gregory. Gregory has got Ahmed Abdullah, his fellow number 7, snapping his ankles, and it's Abdullah who brings the ball away. Finds Akinsanya still deep inside his own half. Ware with opportunities now. Ala Uji down this left-hand side. Still waiting for some support. Dan Rumans, he's going outside him. Ala can't get the ball across, but he can win Ware a corner. Corner will be taken on this near side, although Joe Tennant, the fullback, has gone down there and may need a little bit of treatment. Tom Bruno will come across and take the corner for Ware. In fact, it's Callum Driver, the right back, who's down on his haunches at the moment with the referee. But just basically where he blocked the ball when it went behind for the corner. He's okay, and so Tom Bruno will be able to take the corner on this near side of the field. Keep you up to date, of course, with what happens with our other teams as well. Corner comes into the near post, and it's Driver who manages to hit it out the ground almost on that far side. Ball bounces down off a tree behind the ground. The ground absolutely surrounded by trees here in a nice setting in Leatherhead. Tom Bruno's waiting for another ball to be delivered from that far side. And Bruno will take the corner. Dave Kendall has come up from the back, as has Dan Rumans. Lee Rose and his brother Lewis, and Ala Uji forward as well, because Leatherhead have left 3 up here. Ahmed Abdullah's got plenty of space on this near side. Want to take a short one. They don't to the far post, and the goalkeeper does well. Sakiawala manages to grab it in his cerise, I think you would call that colour, goalkeeping outfit. Puts it ball back to Gregory. But Ware will win it back as Ahmed Abdullah goes in, and so does Tom Bruno. And in the end, the ball bounces away for Hester Cook, whose ball on that far side finds a linesman's flag on this near side, signifying the fact that there was an offside. Gives me a chance to go through the Leatherhead lineup for you. Zaki Uwala in goal. Got a back 4 with Joe Tennant at left back, Will Salmon and Jerry Namani as the central defenders, Callum Driver as the right back, 4 across midfield, Travis Gregory, Finlay McNabb came on at half-time, Charlie Esther Cook and Eddie Desane. And then up front, the dangerous duo of Ibrahim Olatade and Tommy Wood, both players on loan. Tommy Wood from AFC Wimbledon and Olatade on loan from Maidstone, and both have got 8 goals this season. Their 8th completed here this afternoon, and that's the difference between the two teams. As Lewis Rose looks to send Ware forward, but headed out fairly comfortable by Namani. And Joshua Williams is beaten to the ball on that far side. Sticks with it though, manages to get possession back and then gives it away to Wood. His ball is aiming on this near side for Gregory. Dan Rumans in the way. Rumans will find Ahmed Abdullah, who's outnumbered inside the centre circle, but Abdullah again, but brings his man down, and Leatherhead will get themselves a free kick. Scores elsewhere, as far as we know it, is a Hertford 3-2 down. In fact, it's 2-2. 3-0. 3-3, I'm being told. So Ben Hurd's team amongst the goals again. Luke Geimer, Sam Onoririn, and he's got 2. Sam Onoririn has got 2. Luke Geimer, the other one, and can tell you, Oddiston now are 2 up against Saffron Walden Town, which is a good result for Simon Riddle's team. Josh Lillis before half-time, and Jordan Halls has now added to that one. So there's also another substitution just been made while we were giving you those scores, and it's the number 2 Carl Driver who comes off, and number 14 has come on here, who's Crossley Lima. Crossley Lima has come on to play on the right hand side of Akansanya, robbed of the ball on the far side and not happy at all. But Lewis Rose manages to win the ball. Catch up on those substitutions in a moment when we work out what's been going on as Liam Hope collects the ball, finds Abdullah. Abdullah's ball forward is not a bad one. And goalkeeper comes way out of his area to Rab Akinsanya. So a couple of substitutes. Eddie Desane as well has gone off. And it's the number 16 who has come on. Igor Bassi as Ahmed Abdullah gets himself involved in trying to get the ball back for Ware. Scrappy passage of play, but Esther Cook, well, can't go round Lewis Rose, who finds his brother Lee Rose. Lee's long ball, looking to search out Joshua Williams on the far side, but it's not going to make it at all. And so Vika Biassi then is the player that's come on for Travis Gregory. And just to tell you, Ashford have scored a fourth now at Hertford, so all sorts happening at the Agar Stadium. Hertford 3, Ashford Town Middlesex 4. Such an important game at the foot of the South Central Division 1 table, of course. And Hertford have, got plenty of time to get back. Managed to get 2 in injury time last week, of course, when we were away at Stainstown. Today we've made a trip a little further around the M25, which thankfully was pretty kind to us on the way here to watch Ware at Leatherhead. The scoreline not kind to us at the moment, though. It's Ware trail here 2-0 in the FA Trophy. And Ware also got that run, of course. Haven't failed to score since the 23rd of February in any game this season, or last for that matter. So it's been 28 games since Ware failed to score. In a result, of course, they did fail to score in 90 minutes in the previous round of this when they won 1-0 after extra time against Whitstable Town. Ware's substitution's about to be made. William Stanquer is about to come on. And it looks like it's going to be Alaouji who's going to come off, but we'll wait and see on that one. Meanwhile, Josh Williams has got the ball on that right-hand side, going on a run against Tennant, the fullback, who gets the challenge in. Ware get a corner. Don't fancy the substitution at the set play, so Tom Bruno will go across and take the corner for Ware on that far side of the field. William Stanquer comes on. That looks like it's going to be a straight swap, but Bruno's corner short. Joshua Williams got a chance to tee it up into the box. He does, but it's headed out by Jerry Nanami. And the ball back to Ahmed Abdullah. Abdullah into the area and it's fire, and he thumped clear on that far side by Joe Tennant, which will give Ware the chance to make the substitution. It is, as suspected, Alaouji who goes off and William Stanquer who comes on. So William Stanquer, don't think that's going to change the pattern too much. Left-sided player for a left-sided player. We'll see whether there's a possibility that Lewis Rose actually looks like he might be going to right back here. I've got a feeling that I may signal a 4 at the back here with Ahmed Abdullah pushed a little further forward, but we just see that. Saffron Walden down have pulled one back at Lowfield. Hoddesdon do 2-1 up there. And certainly needing a result after 2 disappointing results for Simon Riddle's team. As Dan Rumans will pick the ball up, and he's indeed. Lewis Rose has gone the right back, and Ware have gone into a back 4. William Stanquer has pushed further forward, although he's going to be playing left back, and Joshua Williams on the right. That appears to be the changes, and I think Liam Hope's gone up top to play further alongside Olu Akinsanya. So interesting move by Bo Halsey, particularly as he's got an orthodox right back in Harry Norman on the bench, who's doesn't want to use at this moment. So Ware manager changing things just a little bit in an attempt to get his team back into this. They need to score fairly shortly, you would suggest. Next goal in this game is going to be the one that tells you how it's going to go. Leatherhead get it, it's going to be game over. If we get it, it's going to be game on. As Dave Kendall clears from inside his area. Lee Rose pounces on the ball well. We've had plenty of possession in this second period. Liam Hope will find Dan Rumans striding across the halfway line. Rumans for Ahmed Abdullah. Abdullah It's near side for Rumans again. He's got William Stanker outside him. Doesn't choose that option. Abdullah finds Tom Bruno. Bruno forward. Akinsanya got a little bit of a kick, but a ball over the top. Ware could be in trouble here. Travis Gregory is through, but rather stumbles on the ball. Can't control it. Still got a chance with Tommy Woods. It's Gregory, and he's put it over the top. Let off for Ware. Caught forward when Akinsanya gave the ball away, but Gregory ballooned it over the top of the crossbar. First chance was difficult for them anyway because he'd stumbled over the ball when he was set free on the left-hand side of the box, but then he ballooned it over the top. So let off certainly for Ware with 15 minutes of this second half gone. Really good opportunity for the home side to put this one out of the visitors' reach, but at the moment, well, Ware are still in this. They need to get a goal to get a foothold in the game. They've had the possession, they've had the opportunities as well, but it's those 2 goals. First one coming after only a minute, and the second one after 19 from Wood and Alatade, that have set Leatherhead with 1 foot inside the second qualifying round. Is William Stanker for Ware. Down the left-hand side. Stanker comes to the edge of the area. Still William Stanker. Tries to get the ball across. Cannons off a defender. Goes over the top. It's going to be a corner. Tom Bruno will take the corner on this near side. Once more, it's Lewis Rose, Rumans and Kendall all going up to add to some little bit of aerial strength. Toby Kundley is warming up for Ware on the far side, and Harry Watkins as the ball comes in and spins off the top of, I think it may have been Lewis Rose in the end, and Liam Hope ends up in the back of the net and in just a little bit of discomfort. So Liam's going to be okay. It flew into the back of the net, and referee doesn't seem to think he's going to need any particular well, he's limping away. Doesn't look particularly good. But hopefully he'll be able to run that off as the game will restart. Harry Watkins is still there warming up. The kick's going to be taken from the goal away to our left-hand side. Of a decent run of form, Leatherhead. They've won their last 4, having had a period behind that when they find wins very difficult to come by. But Akinsanya finds Joshua Williams. Williams, though, gives it away pretty tamely to Finlay McNabb. And Leatherhead will come in the opposite direction with Tommy Wood, but can't keep the ball in on that far side. And Toby Adam Gunley, one of the Ware substitutes, who had a good game on Tuesday night against Cambridge City, scored a couple of goals. So certainly an attacking option here as Ware look to get back into the match. As it's Leatherhead in possession, though. The ball to the edge of the area is a poor one. Tom Bruno will bring it away and find Ahmed Abdullah still inside his own half. Goes further back for Lee Rose, who's almost playing a defensive holding role at the moment, which is unusual. But Rose pushes it forward to Abdullah inside the centre circle, finds Dan Rumans. Rumans coming forward, finds William Stanker on this left-hand side. Williams having to go backwards, finds Abdullah. Abdullah gets hit back over Liam Hope, but then his ball forward's got too much weight on it. Leatherhead can work it out. Good ball by Finlay McNabb, kicking out Travis Gregory on that left-hand side. Gregory looking to run inside Lewis Rose, but it's his brother going out of trouble there. Good challenge by Lee Rose. Williams finds Akinsanya. It's getting a bit stretched, the game here. Akinsanya gets a free kick. Namani wasn't happy with it at all, but Ware will take the free kick. Liam Hope trying to take the free kick, but referee saying he took it too quickly. So the free kick's on the halfway line, and Lewis Rose will take it. He's on the far side of the centre circle. He's waiting for some movement to come. Abdullah came short, but in fact that's who's going to get the ball. Abdullah forward for Liam Hope, brings in Joshua Williams on that far side. Williams looking to go round Tennant. Williams inside, outside, gets the ball across, decent cross. Akantanya can't get it. Lee Rose, Ahmed Abdullah. Oh, it's his own player. Hit Liam Hope, who's gone down on the edge of the 6-yard box. Well, when it's not going to be your day, it's not going to be your day. Ahmed Abdullah pulled the trigger. He got full connection. Liam Hope couldn't do anything about it. They absolutely poleaxed him on the edge of the 6-yard box. Oh, Liam's been in the walls a little bit. A couple of minutes ago, he ended up the back of the net. That one, he ended up the back of one of his teammates' shots. But he's going to be okay. Another opportunity. Goes begging from Ware. They played some decent football. Opportunities have been hard to come by. Liam's going to be all right. It's back into play as the game restarts with a kick deep inside the Tanner's half from the goalkeeper. Left-footed downfield. It's going to land on the head of Dave Kendall, who was being pushed at the time. So we'll get a free kick. Kendall brings in Dan Rumans, who's given the ball away. And back in the opposite direction. Come Leatherhead, the ball put across. Oh, goalkeeper was stretching. And nobody could get anywhere near it at the time. Ikobiasi's cross from the right-hand side. And, Reece Grundy was flapping at it, and in the end it just went behind, and all it needed was a touch. So while Ware have had a couple of opportunities, the home side have definitely had their opportunities to stretch this lead. Halfway through almost the second half here at Fetcham Grove, and Ware trail by 2-0. Some familiar territory for them, of course. Last time they were behind in a game at this stage was last season. That's the only game they've lost so far this season. They lost to a penalty in the last minute against Potter's Bar, as Dave Kendall's got some work to do. Puts the ball back to the goalkeeper Grundy, whose kick finds Ahmed Abdullah. Abdullah then gives the ball away to Finlay McNabb. It's getting a little bit scrappy. Will Salmon, the Leatherhead skipper, to his right-hand side. Chipped forward, but Dave Kendall's there to meet it first, but Leatherhead will get the ball back on this near side. Olatadi, who's been a little bit quiet over the last 5 minutes or so, which is good from a Ware perspective, robbed of the ball by Lee Rose. But the throw comes back fairly quickly, and it's McNabb who picks out the ball. Breaks to the far side. Wood gets up with a header, and the goalkeeper rushes out to rob Travis Gregory, who is on the left-hand side of the box. And looks like Hoddesdon have gone 3-1 up against Saffron Walden Town. Don't know the goal scorer yet. Give that to you when we get it. It's Tom Bruno's lofted ball forward is a pretty aimless one. So just to sum up what's been happening, Hartford are 4-3 down at home to Ashford Town Middlesex. As far as we know, nothing doing between St Margaret's-Bury and Sawbridgeworth. Could Sawbridgeworth be on their way to their first point of the season, or maybe more? And Hoddesdon 3-1 up against Saffron Walden Town. So a bit of a mixed bag for our local area. Welling Garden City, of course, not got a game. And they did have a friendly lined up, which not taking place. They've got another one lined up for Tuesday night when Sandridge Rovers will be the visitors to the newly named Isabel Hospice Stadium. And tomorrow night, of course, don't miss it, 90 minutes live on East Hearts Radio. We will have Nicky Ironson, the boss of Welling Garden City, in the studio with us, which we're very much looking forward to. I can also give you another score, actually, from another sport, and tell you that the Hertford Hockey Girls have done it again. They've won 3-1 today, 100% record kept. So well done, girls. They keep that record going and remain top of the table. Joshua Williams for Ware does well. Good bit of footwork. It's not got too much support at the moment. That's to delay things. In the end, delays them and puts them backwards for Tom Bruno. Bruno for Dan Rumans coming up. Rumans tries the shot, and well, he got hold of it, but never really going to trouble the goalkeeper from there. Cyrus Baby has scored the third for Hoddesdon, who had the goals from Josh Lillis and Jordan Halls. So good day for that one. We've got Matt North, of course, at that game for us, who'll be giving us a report tomorrow night, and hopefully getting the words of Simon Riddle, who we always like to hear from. So that's another thing we'll look forward to tomorrow. We were hoping to look forward to Ware being in the next round of the FA Trophy, but time running out on that as Akinsanya loses the ball. And once again, the game's got pretty scrappy in this second half, to be honest. Ball down the right-hand side, looking for Ikabe. As the ball comes across the area, it's overhead, and Gregory can't get that. Lewis Rose is battling with him, and in the end, Gregory's back heel bounces off of Lewis Rose and goes out. Throw taken from McNabb, finds Gregory. Gregory back along the line for Joe Tennant. Tennant's cross into the box. Kendall just gets ahead to it, and Tommy Wood falls over. And he would have had an opportunity there at the far post. But in the end, I can tell you it's got worse at the Acre Car Stadium. They are Hartford 3, Ashford Town Middlesex 5. I can tell you Daniel Brown's got a couple of goals there, but it's got better at Lowfield because Oddiston are 4-1 up. So, 225 is the attendance here this afternoon. So not bad considering the weather conditions would have been pretty appalling, it's got to be said. Almost looks a nice day out there in the driving rain compared to what we had in the first half. I'll tell you, it was absolutely belting down. But goal kick to be taken from the goal away to the right-hand side. And we've just got a little bit of a delay in play while we've got some treatment of Lee Rose, who's gone down inside the area. No sign of anywhere substitutions yet, although it's Harry Watkins, I think, who's doing the most warming up. In fact, no, it's Toby Adam-Gunley over there as well. But no change. Lee looks like he's going to be all right and is making his way to the sideline on that far side. So Rhys Grundy will take the kick for Ware. 27 minutes of the second half gone here at Fetcham Grove. Just joined us Ware trail by 2-0. Both scored inside the opening 20 minutes of the first half. Since then, both teams have had their chances. But Leatherhead have got themselves a free kick. Kick midway inside the Ware half. Two big central defenders are going up for this one. Salmon and Namani. It's going to be taken by Finlay McNabb, another player who's on loan here from AFC Wimbledon. McNabb will chip the ball towards the far side of the area. Namani gets a header in and just goes over the top. But, another half opportunity, I'd say, for our home side. So Rhys Grundy, who most recently was playing his football at St Margaret's-Bury, but hasn't played a lot of football this season so far, will take the goal kick. Grundy's goal kick will land inside the Leatherhead half. And here's Oliver Akinsanya. Akinsanya inside the box finds Joshua Williams. Williams with the shot. He's hit the crossbar. Goalkeeper must have got a touch because the referee said it's a corner. And Josh Williams curled it in. Akinsanya laid the ball off to Josh Williams, and Williams' shot has come off the top of the crossbar, and Ware have got a corner. Closest the Blues have come all afternoon. Corner to be taken by Tom Bruno on this near side. Bruno's corner to the far post, but over the top of everybody, and goes out for a goal kick. Well, it's going to be another substitution made on that far side. I can see it's going to be Lee Rose who's going to come off, and Harry Watkins who's going to come on when that change is made. Lee, who had a little bit of treatment, so I don't know whether it's tactical or whether it's an injury, which is dictating it. But Harry Watkins is getting ready to come on that far side. Kevin Coon's got the numbers on the fluorescent board. As the game will restart from the goal away to our left-hand side. Long kick forward, lands on the head of Lewis Rose. McNabb beats Joshua Williams to it, and in the end, ball goes out, and it's going to be a throw in to Ware. Lewis Rose will take the throw. Josh Lillis got that fourth goal, his second of the afternoon for Hoddesdon at Lowfield. They lead Saffron Walden Town 4-1. Saffron Walden Town, of course, were top of the league a couple of weeks ago, so Hoddesdon had those two defeats against Hashtag and Hadley. Right back in business as William Stanquist tries to get Ware back in business on this near side, gets pushed over, and then the referee gets a free kick the other way. Oh, that's an interesting one. Ware fans behind the goal not happy, William Stanquist not happy, but net result is that Leatherhead have a free kick on this near side. Harry Watkins, I think, is about to be introduced, is he? Yes, he is. So Lee Rose, doesn't seem to be running quite right, so Lee Rose will come off, and Harry Watkins will come on. I've got a feeling we're going to be seeing Toby Adekunle very shortly as well, because he's getting the shirt on. So it's really a central midfield player for a central midfield player, with Harry coming on for Lee. So Toby is stripped off and got his shirt on ready to go, I think. So the referee having a look, I think, whether Ware want to make the substitution, but they don't. So it's going to be a free kick taken by the goalkeeper, who's Owolo, who's got joint Algerian and British passports of Algerian heritage, the experienced goalkeeper. He played in the game last time these two met, which Leatherhead won 5-2 back in September 2016 in the FA Cup at Wadson Park. So afternoon, it looks like it's going to be another victory for Leatherhead in an FA competition, unless Ware can produce something as dramatic as we saw last week at Staines, as Joshua Williams comes forward, left-hand side. Looked much better since he's been given the roaming forward role. Williams turns it in and just past the post. Goalkeeper wasn't sure, had to dive, and just went past the post. Certainly been much more effective, Joshua Williams. It's a more familiar role to him, to be honest, as a right-sided player rather than a wing-back. But another chance goes begging for Ware. 32 minutes gone, 13 minutes remain here, plus time to be added on for stoppages. And you've got to be said at the moment, Leatherhead are red-hot favourites to go through into the next round of the competition. Toby Adekunle is about to come on, and it's going to be Ahmed Abdullah who goes off. So I think Toby's probably going to go and play in the hole. Ahmed goes off, Toby comes on, and so that's all of Ware's substitutions made. So as thought, Toby will come in, and in fact is Toby going to go up front, or is he going to play in the hole, or possibly he's going to play alongside Oluwakinsanya and Leon Hope, but substitutes used, so it's up to those on the pitch now to see if they can get the Blues back into the contest. Lewis Rose's kick drops short to Dan Rumans. Rumans has got defenders snapping his ankles, does well to keep possession, finds William Stanquist on this near side. Stanquist does well, despite having his shirt pulled. Harry Watkins does well, good bit of footwork, finds Dan Rumans further forward. Rumans cannons the ball off a defender, and as the rain comes down a little bit heavier, that Ware attack breaks down. Lewis Rose in possession for Ware, finds Joshua Williams on the far side. Williams back into his own half for Dave Kendall, and suddenly the rain starts to pour down here at Fetcham Grove. Rumans for Ware, forward for Toby Adekunle, his first touch. finds William Stanqua. William Stanqua back onto the halfway line for Dan Rumans. Controlled pressure from Ware, but it's not posing Leatherhead too much of a threat at the moment. Kendall forward for Harry Watkins. Watkins for Tom Bruno. Bruno's ball on this near side is a good one. Looks for William Stanqua. William Stanqua, though, was straight offside. And that comes to nothing as the rain pounds on the roof above us. And it gets just a little bit dark out there as well. It's been one of those days. The weather matching Ware's prospects in the FA Trophy at the moment. As once again, it's the goalkeeper, Waller, who will take the ball. Long ball forwards, and Tommy Wood it was, bouncing for it, and in the end it goes out for a throw-in to Ware. I've had the majority of possession in the second half, must be said, although home side had that effort which Travis Gregory put over the top, and also the save from Grundy in the opening moments of this second period. That's the opposing goalkeeper who's got the ball now. Waller once again, left-footed downfield, lands on the head of Dave Kendall, helped forward by Tom Bruno. Namani will return it with interest. Kendall gets up, Lewis Rose loses out. Olatade's inside the box, finds Finlay McNabb. McNabb across, it's going in from Tommy Wood, and that's going to be game over. 3-0 to Leatherhead, and game over as far as Ware's hopes in the FA Trophy are concerned. Tommy Wood scores the second of his afternoon, the third of Leatherhead's. It's Leatherhead 3, Ware 0, and surely no way back for the Blues. Well, Ware have been caught forward. Olatade, the excellent provision, great assist, and into the back of the net for his 9th goal of the season. So it's a miserable weather and it's a miserable afternoon if you're from East Hertfordshire country as far as Ware are concerned. 1 defeat in 18 is going to turn into 2 in 19 for Paul Hall's team as they're on their way out of the FA Trophy. Last time we heard, Hertford was still 5-3 down at home to Ashford Town Middlesex. The good news was coming from Lowfield, where Hoddesdon were 4-1 up against Saffron Walden Town. And as far as we know, still nothing doing between St Margaret's-Bury and Sawbridgeworth, which in itself could create a headline because that could be Sawbridgeworth's first point of the season. Harry Watkins, meanwhile, has taken a bit of a bang, and he's getting treatment. Tom Bruno and Leon Hope are having a word at the referee, and I think they're signifying they thought that Watkins got a little bit of an elbow in the build-up for Leatherhead's third goal. And Harry's struggling down there at the moment. So still the debate goes on with our referee, and we wait to restart things here. But 81 minutes, the goal was timed up. We're going to have an appreciable amount of injury time at the moment because Harry Watkins looks to be in real problems here. And it could be that Ware might have to end this one with 10 men if Harry's forced to go off. But at the moment, anyway, he's still down and still receiving treatment from the physios. The rain pelts down once more on the roof of the stand here. Good news is that Harry Watkins is actually sitting up, which he wasn't doing. He's about to get to his feet now, which is good to see. So hopefully, whatever it is, his physio is putting him through his paces. Hopefully he will be okay. Ware, of course, got a game on Tuesday night against South Park in the league, which must now turn their attentions to. Opportunity, of course, to keep the pressure up on the playoff positions at the top of the Isthmian League Division 1 Central. And they're full-time in the rugby. Good day for England, good day for Hertford. They've beaten Tring by 14 points to 9 at Hoe Lane. They needed that as well. 3 disappointing results up until then for Hertford, back on the winning ways in London's South East Premier. Not going to be the same for Ware. as William Stanqua puts it down the line, but Toby Odegunle won't be able to collect that one as Salmon bounds it off of the Ware substitute, and the ball will go out for a throw in. Harry Watkins is about to re-enter play on the far side, I think, as it comes on. Still feeling that. Looks possibly like a hip injury. So having lost Lee Rose, who limped off, and maybe a few problems mounting for our squad. It is a big squad, and number one priority, of course, is to get to the level that Leatherhead are playing at these days. And I hope that this might be a league fixture this time next season. So disappointing as it is out of the FA Trophy. It's going to be a throw-in on this near side of the field. Throw's going to be taken by Crossley Lima. Lima collects it back from Finlay McNabb. McNabb chips it forward, but Dan Rumans gets there first. Headed back on, William Stanqua will complete the clearance for Ware. Tennant misread it. Had a Cunley chance for Ware. Perhaps just a consolation. Be nice to keep the record up of having scored in all of their last 28 games. It's Joshua Williams who came closest, of course, rebounding that shot off the crossbar, but he can't get the ball across, and it's cleared, but not too well, as in the end it is number 7, Travis Gregory, who brings the ball away. Long ball forward, but Kendall should get there first and does well to turn away from Molatade. And via Tom Bruno finds Lewis Rose. Rose finds Bruno again. Bruno's ball on this near side for William Stanqua. Stanqua up against Crossley Lima, the defender, as Bruno has to turn backwards and find Dan Rumans. Rumans comes forward, finds Tom Bruno again. Bruno finds Akinsanya. Akinsanya chips it back for Dave Kendall. It's again plenty of possession, but not doing anything really to hurt Leatherhead in it. Rumans cross, dummied by Liam Hope, but defence weren't buying that one, and Namami manages to get it clear. Tom Bruno, near side, will find Dan Rumans. Rumans got a bit of space to move into, turns onto the right foot, fires in the shot, and in the end it bounces away, and Tommy Wood will bring it away for Leatherhead. William Stanqua put him under pressure, but good work by the ball on this near side in the end bounces off of Dave Kendall, and William Stanqua will be able to get it clear for Ware. In fact, the ball curls in. Did that actually go out? Well, I don't think the linesman signalled it, did he? In fact, it did go out. The man of the match here for our home side being announced. Tommy Wood gets the award. Fairly reasonable. He's got 2 goals, opened his account after 1 minute and doubled it after 81. And that's been the difference. Solatade scoring the other one after 19. And Ware's closest effort really was Joshua Williams, who hit the crossbar. Well, it's got to be said, Ahmed Abdullah's shot, the pole actually Liam Hope on the edge of the 6-yard box, could well have been heading goalwards as well. So Ware have had opportunities. Akinsanya had a one-on-one after 7 minutes, which he spurned. Liam Hope puts the ball to Toby Odegunle on the edge of the area. Does well to hold off a couple of defenders. Liam finds Tom Bruno. Bruno looking outside him this time. Joshua Williams. Williams having a run against Tennant. Williams into the near post, but the goalkeeper gathers it very comfortably indeed. Well, we're almost into the last minute here at Fetcham Grove. The rain pours down, and as far as we're concerned, well, let's turn our attention Tuesday night. 2 big games on Tuesday night, of course. Not only the first team playing in the league, but good luck to the youth team who play in the first round of the FA Youth Cup at Emgate Dons. And Tommy Shepherd, Andrew Bennett, Ethan Gannon and the boys will, I'm sure, give a good account of themselves as Toby Odegunle gets pulled down from behind by Finlay McNabb, and Ware have themselves a free kick. Tom Bruno puts the ball down. So Leatherhead fans you might be able to hear in the background. And Bruno's free kick with the right boot. Lewis Rose has come up from the back. Dan Rumans is coming up as well. Bruno's free kick, though, is headed out fairly comfortably by Jerin Namane. It goes out for a throw-in to Ware, far side, which Bruno will take. He's looking for some movement. Hasn't got anybody anywhere near him, but in the end he finds Liam Hope. Hope for Bruno again. Liam puts the ball across, but easy for Salmon to head out. At far side of the field, it's going to be a booking for Liam Hope in the end. Yeah, it was a fairly predictable one. It's been played in pretty good spirit, this one. First time that the referees had cause to produce a card this afternoon, and it's got to be said that was completely justified. Charlie Aston Cook was the player who was pulled back. 5 minutes of time to be added on the end, and to be honest, 5 minutes I think everybody in a blue and white shirt, the Ware fans and us, could do without, but we've got to live through it as Tom Bruno heads the ball up to Finlay McNabb. It's now Travis Gregory on that far side. Some decent footwork, but in the end Ware sorted out. Bruno will find Liam Hope. Liam's ball searching out Williams Danker on this near side, but once again Leatherhead sorted that out. Crossley Lima has the ball and puts it all the way back to his goalkeeper, Sakiawala. Goalkeeper who, whether he did get a touch or not to Joshua Williams' shot will remain a matter of conjecture. The referee certainly called it a corner, and I think they're the kind of moments that can change games. It was 2-0 at the time. Had that gone in at 2-1, and you would have figured the Ware could have been in with a chance, but as it was, it bounced off the top of the crossbar, and then in the 81st minute it was Leatherhead who broke to the other end with Olatade setting up Tommy Wood to make it 3-0. Lima's ball for Tommy Wood. Wood, though, is does manage to carry on, gets it back from Crossley Lima. Tommy Wood chips the ball in, looking for Olatade, but Grundy will come out and collect that one fairly easily. His bright yellow goalkeeping kit absolutely muddied down one side. Right-footed downfield. Ball lands at the head of Joe Tennant. Tennant's ball forward, and here's Travis Gregory with a run against Dave Kendall. Gregory tips it in. Oh, came back off the post as Tommy Wood fires it over the top. Could have been 4. Gregory's ball. I'm not sure the goalkeeper might actually got a touch to that, but it came back off the goal post. Wouldn't have made much difference to the result of this one, but would have given another goal for the home supporters to cheer. 3-0, it stays. And still, as far as we know, it's Hertford 3, Ashford Town, Middlesex 5, Hoddesdon 4, Saffron Walden Town 1, double there for Josh Lillis. And St Margaret's 0, Sawbridgeworth 0 last time we saw that. And it's actually finished St Margaret's 1, Sawbridgeworth 0. Can't give you the goal scorer, but Sawbridgeworth's search for their first points of the season go on then. Lee Mackman's team beaten at the recreation ground. It's got to be said, St Margaret's good run continues. That's 1 defeat in 9 for Tony and Ray in charge of St Margaret's Free, so congratulations to them. They really have got the berry, playing some decent stuff, and they'll be going up in the league table, as will Hoddesdon. So double success in that division, but as Dave Kendall goes down under a challenge from Olatunde, it's going to be a free kick to Ware. Also tell you, if you missed it earlier, Hertford's rugby team also winning ways today. 14-9 they've beaten Tring at Hoe Lane, and the hockey girls of Hertford Ladies First have done it again, beating Saffron Walden 3-1 as goalkeeper collects the ball inside his 6-yard box. And not a good day for teams representing Saffron Walden in our area. Both the ladies hockey team and the football team going down to defeats, but not a good day for us in Surrey either, because Ware are going to go down to defeat here by 3-0. We'll get the words of Allsy afterwards, which you'll be able to hear tomorrow evening on 90 Minutes Live, when our guest will be Nicky Ironton, manager of Welwyn Garden City. I think Nicky's probably glad they didn't have a game today, looking at the weather conditions. At least he managed to keep in the dry. So Welwyn Garden City will be back in league action this time next week, and we will be there with them. We'll have second half commentary of Welwyn Garden City against Coleshill in the Southern League Division 1 Central Welwyn Garden City. Let's see if they can stay in those playoff places. So we look forward to that one. Look forward to the weather being a bit better as well, hopefully, as Tommy Wood picks the ball up. As Finlay McNabb, that's a good challenge coming in from Tom Bruno, who got the ball. Doesn't matter, because it's all over. I can tell you, full time St Margaret's 3-1, Sawbridgeworth 1. So Sawbridgeworth have got their first point, but Ware's run in the FA Trophy is over. They've lost by 3-0 here. 2 from Tommy Wood, the first inside the opening minute, and the second after 81 minutes. Olatunde scored after 19 minutes for Leatherhead. They're the 3 goal scorers. Ware had the opportunities. Akinsanya missing a one-on-one after 7 minutes, and Josh Williamson in the crossbar in the second half. But it's finished here, a very wet and soggy Fetcham Grove. Leatherhead 3, Ware 0.